because I'm using Streamlabs today. Okay, cool. Let's see. Yep, connection, excellent. And it's public, and I'll also send you the link right now. Here in chat. Okay, there you go. All right, so we're live, we're here. The people will likely appear shortly, and it'll be fun. All right, people are in chat already. Sweet. Hey everybody, how's it going? We are gonna, oh god, someone's like already in here and they're like, Banlist sucks. Okay, okay, Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, all right, cool. So I'm with Chris. We're gonna be talking Banlist. Jeez, people are flooding in here fast. What's wrong with you people?
If you guys can hear me, press 1 in the chat.
Yeah, that's Chris. It's gonna be the two of us. We're gonna be chatting, and we have a special fun activity, group activity for everyone today. The group activity being, we're going to vote on this ban list that came out today. I have not actually gotten a chance to really dissect it much. I've only seen it. So, yeah, and I figured...
Group project means that you guys have to participate today.
Yeah, you have to. If you don't...
We're giving out grades.
Yeah, if you don't, bad things happen.
Yeah.
We haven't defined what these nebulous things are, but they are not good. Yeah, so...
And, but before you say something, Paul, there may or may not be a chance for bonus points. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, we're going to be judging your takes.
Figure it out.
We'll be judging your takes, we'll be judging your opinions, and you might also lose more points if you're found cheating on this test. I don't know, you could cheat on it, but... Okay. So, yeah. Basically, we're going to be chatting about the ban list. We'll talk about it. I want to know what you guys think about it, all that stuff. And for each card, we're going to vote whether it's hot, not, yay, nay, if you like this change in the ban list, or if you don't like this change in the ban list. And, yeah. And I'm with Chris. That's who you're hearing.
Hola.
All right. Without further ado, we're going to start with the forbidden cards. Because I think that these are all things that people are quite... I mean, like, these are usually the ones that everybody wants to see, like, what gets banned. And...
Top of the list. Top of the list.
So we're going to start with Auroradon, I guess. It's the first one, right? So let me pull up a picture of him so I can remind myself of exactly what all of his fun little attributes are. Alright, so... yeah, Mecha Banta Beast, Auroradon. So, Chris, what's the take? What do we have to say about this?
This is the Wombo combo card. Usually when you see this card comes out, yeah, they're about to do something. They're about to get tokens. They're about to do all kind of crazy stuff. And I honestly think it was about time.
Yeah, so...
I hate to say it like that, but I felt like it was time. Good ban, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was always kind of surprised that this card stayed, that this card stayed, like, legal as long as it did. I mean, I know some people really wanted Hulk to be getting banned instead of this, but, I mean, this only really showed up again when that punk synchro, like, hybrid-based, whatever they call it, got big again. I feel like up until then, this card had actually sort of fallen off a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, chat, what do you guys think? Do you guys feel like Auroradon is, like, overdue for a hit? Was this the right hit? I will be reading, and... Okay, let's see. Brave says, Brave1007. I prefer Hulk getting the X, but I'm perfectly fine with this. I mean, most people say they say this is a good ban. Have you played a deck with this in it, Chris?
Look, I've attempted to several times, and I always stop building it, like, halfway through. Just because, like, I don't know, I feel like that combo just, like, goes on for days. I don't like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't play these. That's the thing, I've never played, I've never played a deck that's like uses this card, so I don't have like, I guess my perspective on it is oftentimes just that it's a combo piece, and like that's sort of where it ends. So it's just one more thing that like ends up in a ladder. So I hate to say it, but I'm actually probably not the most qualified person to like give an opinion on this. So I'm just gonna go with what the chat says on this. So all right, we're gonna put the poll in chat.
I will say this though. I will say this. Yeah, I feel like it's about time they banned the card. I didn't really care too much about this card being banned. Like you said, you really like you don't see it really often, but then like when you do see it, like it is there and it's making it's a big deal. And
yeah, you know it's kind of sad that somebody pointed out like earlier that I saw this online. Mega Phantom Beast as an archetype have like 2 good cards in the whole archetype, and they're both banned. It's like, have you ever thought about that?
You know, Draco's that good too, but
that's
outdated.
That's
outdated.
That's true.
Outdated, but
so
yeah, I get what you're saying. I agree.
The poll is in chat, guys. You can vote. Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon ban, yay or nay? Yay if you agree with this hit. Nay if you disagree with this hit. You can call it yay, nay, hot or not, smash or pass. I don't know, whatever people say.
Smash or pass Auroradon.
Yeah, smash or pass Auroradon. It looks like there's a lot of metal there, so I don't know if I might pass. But
F Mary Kill.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god. Oh my god, we should do that. We're gonna do that when we're done with the ban cards. I don't know how that would even go, but okay. So yeah, it looks like chat is like 75% yay, 25% nay. So people are definitely like, most people seem like this is like a good ban. It doesn't seem controversial.
Somebody said he's down bad for a plane.
Hey man,
you're down bad. You're down bad, boy.
All right. So Pars Boss says I'm conflicted. All right. Well, so we're gonna start by just putting. I have like these sticky notes or whatever that I'm gonna keep track of what people are saying on the chat. So we'll just say Auroradon.
Yes, this is Chris.
Is yay. That's what people say. So, all right. Sounds like everybody likes Auroradon being banned. I say everybody, but like about 77% of you. So, next card in our little game here. Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew. So, let's find him. Or them, or whatever it is. Okay. Alright, so, Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew. Chris, thoughts? You've actually played the Prank Kids deck, I know, so...
I felt dirty playing this deck, because it's so good and so consistent, and this card really helped with that a lot. Like, it just being a link one and just starting your plays, like... Yeah, this card was really, really, really good, and I feel like just the fact that this deck was so explosive and so consistent for being able to get his combos off, you know, especially with like having the adventure package to just like protect your plays and things like that. Yeah, I feel like this card, it really just fell victim to the fact that it just made the deck too consistent at 1.
Yeah, it's interesting that
yeah, I agree. Somebody said in the chat, Brave Token killed this card. I agree.
Yeah, so it's interesting that basically people are like... what I've heard from a lot of people is that, yeah, this deck took collateral damage for the Adventure Token engine, and that in that way, it's kind of unfair. Like, if you're like a pure Prank Kids player, then the one card that made your deck, you know, good and playable is now getting hit, despite the fact that the Adventure engine isn't hit. I will say this, though. I think, like, people were actually hating Prank Kids before the Adventure Token engine came out.
Oh, no. Yeah, but see, before then, like, yeah, it was just bouncing nil. And, like, at that point, you know, the deck was bearable, but like when you got to a point where like you just couldn't stop it because it had a Omni negate to stop your nib or your one hand trap that you drew into, like I don't know, man. Like I said, Adventure broke this deck a little bit too much, in my opinion.
So do you think this was the right hit, like, and not Adventure stuff at all?
I mean, Adventure's newer. It's
Yeah.
newer,
Yeah.
you know, and like they still have to sell cards and that type of thing. So, I mean, I don't necessarily 100% agree with this, but I will say, a lot of players I know and a lot of players I talk to, they definitely hate playing against prank kids.
I know Prank Kids gets a reputation.
I don't think a lot of people care to see this card, you know, go. Like
It seems like the Prank Kids deck
and
is.
they're happy.
It's like I know for a lot of people that I've heard from, Prank Kids are usually seen as like not that pleasant to play against. Like people always will, you know, say that like this deck is, it's annoying in time because of the life point stuff. It can feel like people are maybe slow playing you because the deck is able to cycle through so many little cards and effects, and so like if they choose to kind of play that more slowly, it sort of feels, you know, that's like frustrating for people.
Like this card at 1 was legit just combo starter.
Yeah. So here's the thing too. These
also like
Link One.
Also like a lot. I gotta put this out there too, because like not only was it a combo starter, it also allowed you to get what 2 board wipes on the opponent's turn.
Yeah.
It was kind of broken.
I mean, so here's the thing too. I do think that these like Link 1 monsters are always going to be on the chopping block. Like, just because Link 1 is always going to be dangerous in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it's a no commitment thing. We've seen, you know, like Striker Dragon and kind of what that's been able to do. It's interesting, like whenever a deck gets support, like older decks and stuff, people always want it to be like a Link 1 monster. Like, this is a kind of offbeat example, but like, let's take Magical Musketeers, right? I'm not saying it's like a meta deck or anything, but just the fact that they got a Link 1 monster as their like Link support is really huge for them, because it's like now you can just turn any monster into like a setup, a play, a combo, a board even. So when you take like Prank Kids, a deck that was already like, it was playably good, and you give it a Link 1, it's, I don't know, yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah, guys, vote in the chat. The poll is live. Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew being banned. Is it yay? Is it nay? Let's see. Some people in chat say this would be better limited, but not. Well, it was already limited to 1 before.
Yeah, it was limited to 1.
KPD in chat is also a channel member. Shoutouts. Says Link 1 is basically just Zodiac but blue. Yeah, that's a way of looking at it, really. Like, Link 1 monsters are kind of like that. Speedy Looter, that's a funny name, says, Konami, time to ban these cards, then make money off them after 2 to 4 years. Yeah, that does seem like, you know, like, these, Link 1 monsters are, like, a quick way to, like, boost an archetype, like Dragon Link even, that's one people talk about. And then, like, and then you kind of ban them all. Because, I mean, look, like, we got, like, LP got banned. What are all the Link 1s on the ban list right now? Hold up.
Got LP. Got this guy now. Meow Meow.
Yeah, I'm taking a... Let's see.
If I'm not mistaken, where is he? Wasn't Nightmare Mermaid a Link?
Yeah, it is a Link 1, technically, sort of, kind of. Okay, so yeah, LP...
I can't remember.
It's a Link 1, more or less. I mean, like, it had to take 2 to make it, but the gist is there. Yeah, like, all these little Link 1 monsters, they're all kind of troublesome, so...
I keep backing away from my mic. I'll talk closer. I'm sorry. Somebody said I was too low, but...
Yeah, so that's a... Okay, so chat says about 70% are in favor of this hit, and about 30% are not, so...
30% or Prank Kids players?
Yes, the 30% are Prank Kids players. That's probably true. Okay, so...
Maybe. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's true.
Oh, yay. A super chat. G8 Mercerous. What's the name? My local card shop uses a custom ban list. Vert's still there. And so is Meow Meow. I'm going to miss them both in other tournaments. So just gonna actually find a card shop that uses a custom ban list. I feel like those just wouldn't exist these days, but kind of neat to think that they are. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. All right, what's the next card? Oh, this is the one everybody's gonna like to talk about, eh?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, here we go. Preta Plant, Vert Anaconda. My favorite card in all of existence. I could not possibly like a card more. So,
I'll give my thoughts on this in one statement.
Hit it.
This card ran its course.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
this card is very annoying.
Like it stayed out, it stayed out long enough for us to summon Dragoons with it and annoy people, and it stayed out long enough for us to summon what's the guy? Phoenix Enforcer.
Yeah, Phoenix Enforcer and all that stuff. Yeah.
And now I feel like Konami's basically saying, yeah, this card is a problem, and you should find a new way to play those cards. Or play them in their respective decks.
I have so much. Let me make this poll. I have so much to say about this card. None of it positive.
Any deck that could just like, and this is most decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now you think about it. Any deck that can just spam out 2 extra monsters can have a negate with potentially 2 pops, or it can have a non-targeting destruction every turn.
This is the optics around this hit. There's so many problems with this card, and I'm about to. Negative Paul is about to come out here for a second. I know, like, people.
Listen. The 2 cards that you usually send off of this card, the 2 spells, you can Ash Blossom those spells on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But with this effect, you cannot Ash Blossom those cards.
Yeah, like there's so many. Like, let's just start with. We're going to take this card, like, word by word, line by line. I can explain all the things I hate about it. Okay. Yeah, 2 effect monsters. What were they thinking? What, like, 2 effect monsters? Like,
one of my monsters is a token. I'm just gonna
turn into a Link Spider or whatever. Actually, what was going on? 2 effect monsters? Like, come on, man. Like, they couldn't have at least been like a Preta Plant and an effect monster, or anything like that, or even like 2 plant monsters or something. Why is this literally like 2 effect monsters? Have we not learned our lesson from like the Nightmare cards and like all that stuff where generic little links like this are not okay? And then like the whole send 1 fusion or polymerization thing from your deck to the grave. In general, any effect in Yu-Gi-Oh! That kind of involves like sending from deck is already, that's sus, that's fishy. Those usually don't go well. And then like it's also like, now, you can talk about the other fusion spells themselves, like, not, like, fusion spells that send from deck probably aren't okay, but I will say this. Red Eye's Fusion was a garbage card before this card came out. Red Eye's Fusion was barely even played in the Red Eye's deck itself. Like, it was played, but, like, not even really. It's not a great card. This completely turns it on its head. Fusion Destiny is also, like, I don't know why they like this whole, like, send from deck thing, but this card, like, blows all these cards wide open, and then Branded Fusion comes out, which, for what it's worth, this card doesn't actually often use with Branded Fusion, but it can be. And it's just crazy to me that...
I've seen it done.
And also, it steals the effect. So, like Chris was saying, you can't actually Ash this. Like, it sends for cost and all that, so you can't use... Like, it's crazy to me that this card is, like, doing all this stuff. Not to mention, because of the whole 2 effect monsters thing, it means that this can come out at the very end of any combo. Or, it can come out when a combo gets disrupted in some way, and they just happen to be, left with, 2 monsters in the field. So, there were so many times where you think you have your opponent stopped, and they're like, but wait, I've got Vert Anaconda and a Dragoon, or I've got Vert and a DPE, and it's like... I don't like this card one bit. I'm so glad to see it gone. Like, easiest yay. Easiest yay ever. I don't...
Hella, listen to what Stormlock 360 said. I think he was agreeing with Ethan 182. He said, yep, Ethan 182. That's the thing. Toss it in a rogue deck, and I'm chilling. Make your tier 3 deck better. Folks just had to put it in their tier 1 decks.
Yeah, man. Is that not like the story of like half these Yu-Gi-Oh cards? It's like stuff that's fine for lower tier decks, but the moment you put it into like a meta deck, recipe for disaster.
Busted.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, and you're right. I think it ran its course. I think that they got everything they wanted out of this card. It made people buy the Megatins with Dragoons. It made people like DPE, like all these things. It sold, what set this come out of? Dual Overload or whatever. It, sold its Dual Overload and they reprinted it gold and it sold that. So I think that they have more than made their money off of this card and it's done its harm and now it's going to do its time, hopefully forever.
Dual Overload has produced some of the most broken link monsters to touch this game.
What, someone said that in chat?
No. I'm saying this.
Yeah, it's true. Did you know?
I'm saying this.
There are, I think,
Listen. Crystron Halka Union Carrier.
Yeah.
Verte Anaconda.
Dude. Auroradon came in there.
Auroradon
came in there. And even like the kind of like stuff like Celine. Like Celine's in there. Which like she's not,
guess what else was in there? Some more Bird of Sovereignty.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god. Dual Overload was like a mess.
A lot of those are banned.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay.
Hey, listen, shouts out to Dual Overload for being a good set.
Yeah, I mean, true.
It was fun. Like, I'm kind of glad it got hit now, and I don't have to purchase a second Ultimate, what is it, Fusion Destiny.
So yeah, you guys, last chance to vote in chat. Was the Vert Anaconda ban good, or was it bad? And the fact that there's like 19% of you, 18%, I guess, saying that like it was bad, please explain your reasoning in chat. Why was this card getting banned not... Like, what? I have to know. I need to know.
Hey, and I'll say this. Halka Fibrax's day is coming. Like, I feel it. It's not coming fast enough because I feel like it probably could have went on this list also.
I mean, we're gonna get to Hulk because we're gonna get to him. There's some things about him that are definitely like, there's things to be said about it. So, all right. So this poll is gonna end at 83% yay. So I'm not too surprised by this. Next card.
Y'all are doing good on y'all test, by the way. Like,
yeah, we're passing so far. So far, we're passing. All right, the next cards are...
A couple bonus points have been given out. I'll say that much.
Limited. Oh, there's a lot of limited cards. This will be a fun one to start with. Jet Synchron.
Yeah.
So, let's take...
It's been a while since I even read this card.
Yeah, all right. So, here's our boy Jet Synchron. He's back. I think he's back because Auroradon got banned. So I suppose that combo doesn't work anymore. Somebody can someone please like inform me if that's the case? I don't know that much about this particular one. So Chris, what about you? I mean, did you use like a Jet Synchron deck?
For a long time ago, I played it in, I think I played it like, I don't remember what deck I played it in. I played it though a while back. And like I said, it's been that long. I honestly forgot what it was.
Yeah, okay.
I hadn't even read the card in a while. What are people saying in the chat?
Yeah, so I'm putting up the poll.
I say because of Hulk and Auroradon. I figured.
Okay, so like, I mean, are people excited about this coming back? I noticed that, which I guess we'll get to it soon, but Shooting Riser Dragon got limited. I don't know if that had anything to do with Jet Synchron, like maybe at all. I don't even know what Shooting Riser Dragon does. I'm gonna have to look it up, but yeah, I mean, so
it's a tuner that you can use twice, like.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I mislabeled the poll. I put here. We'll make the. I put ban instead of limited. Hold up, I'll remake the poll. Okay. Jet.
It's a tuner that you can use twice, and Let's see.
Yeah.
There's another one on the list that was banned. Where is it? And I think it's way more broken, but it's a good example. Global. It's a tuner you can use twice. Comes back from the graveyard. It revives itself. Like,
Yeah, I think like these tuners that come back and like revive themselves and stuff are always going to be troublesome cards.
yeah, it possibly could have, in my opinion, could have stayed banned. Could stay banned.
What's a bit of a shame about like these tuners that do this is a lot of times the reason that they end up banned isn't because of like a synchro thing. It's almost always like a link thing. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think like synchro monsters, like, I don't think there are too many of them that are just like uberly broken. You know.
Yeah.
That no, but usually the cards that make them tend to be a little bit too consistent.
Yeah, so one interesting thing about Jet Synchron is that like you can search this card with tuning, so it's a searchable card. It's at 1 now compared to when it was like really big in 2020. It was at 3. So it'll be like a lot less consistent to use this. It'll be harder to see it. I'm like, so like maybe that's like a good point. I don't have that many strong opinions on this card.
Yeah, I mean, it's back. Like, put it like this. With this, I feel like this is a card that like it could come back and be really, really good, or it can come back and just be mediocre. And if it comes back and is really, really good, you can potentially probably see it hitting the ban list again.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where I wouldn't be surprised either way. Yeah, only time will tell. Only time will tell.
I feel like a lot of cards that come off the list, that you kind of just have to take that approach with them, like to see what they do, because a lot of times they'll come off at 1, you know, unless it's something that's just like a super searchable combo piece, and usually they don't really do too much.
Sounds like chat is in agreement with this hit. I guess the idea of it coming back. Oh, by the way, guys, in case you're just getting into the stream, welcome. Happy to have you here. We are going through the ban list card by card, and you guys get to vote whether the hit or the change is a yay, as in you liked it, or a nay, as in, it makes me angry, they shouldn't have done this. Also, if you're enjoying the stream, of course, make sure to drop a like. We have nearly 700 viewers, but only 160 some odd likes. So,
hit that like button. Hit that like button, man.
Let's run it up. We need some likes. And of course, if you really like the stream, you can donate with Super Chat, or you can join and become a channel member. And we're actually, right now, part of a YouTube beta where you can gift channel memberships to other people. So that's really cool. You have to be a channel member to gift channel memberships. It's a really neat feature. Hopefully maybe somebody who's a channel member in chat might do it so that we can sort of see how it all works. But yeah, okay, so back to the cards. It seems like Jet Synchron is ending the poll at a 74%. So, yeah, we'll take note. Jet Synchron, 74%. 75%. Okay, 75%.
I see with this one, like, you know what I'm saying, with my like lack of like just complete knowledge on this card and what's it gonna do now?
Yeah.
25% could be passable.
Yeah, like I don't have a strong opinion on it, so
I don't have a strong opinion on this card at all.
So alright, so next card is gonna be Red Rose Dragon.
Yep.
This is something that I knew this engine was picking up a lot of steam, and I actually never like super duper looked into like, you know, what that was all about. So I don't really. Chat, maybe you guys can like fill me in. What was the deal with this card?
No, just read its effect.
Okay, if it's sent to the grave with Synchro material, you can summon a Rose Dragon from your hand or deck. And if it's sent for a Black Rose Dragon, you can also. Oh, okay. So. Interesting. Okay, so like you sync with it, and then like it just searches and.
Listen, it's just cause like limiting this card is cuts down the consistency of that engine. That's simply all it does. It's a really good engine, really efficient. People were planning in that I think they call it base. I like to call it engine.deck because it was just a whole bunch of engines put together. But yeah, people played it in that. It's just gonna like it just hits the consistency of that deck a little bit. That's all it does. That limit. It's a really good card. Has potential to
get a little crazy. I mean, people in
Yeah.
chat are saying it's a sort of another one of these like Hulk victims.
Yeah, like, bro, it. From somebody just said, Railroad Dragon should not have been like, it all
Oh,
just kind of flows together.
real quick, we got a new channel member, Sauce Boss. Welcome to the
Hey, Sauce
party.
Boss.
Hope you guys liked that little music thing we got on the stream. I worked very hard on that, and I say I mean it wasn't actually me, it was Victor. Okay.
Hey, Sauce Boss. We recently did a hot sauce challenge. It was fun. So I don't know. Your name just made me think of it. I had flashbacks.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Trell's in chat. Trell, do you want to hop on
Trello.
Discord with us? Yay, nay? You can let us know. You can join in the festivities as we vote on these
Yes,
cards.
we can add.
Okay, so Red Rose Dragon, though. All right, let's see. People in chat
Hey,
are.
hey, real funny. Somebody in chat name is Goku is sus. That's funny.
Wait, he says this is a soul sword, a sword soul hit. Did sword souls use this? I wasn't. I don't know that much about that deck, so sorry for my ignorance. Did they use this card?
I ain't never seen it before, but they know I might be lacking in knowledge of that.
Yeah. Were sword soul? Okay, they use it for Barone. Oh, all right, interesting.
They also just made Barone too, but I don't know. That probably was a build that did. Okay, I did say that.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a hit for that too.
interesting.
Then. Like I said, it's a consistency hit. It's a consistency hit for the most part.
Okay, so all right. So someone says Sword Soul did not use Red Rose typically. So I guess it sounds like they could use it in some builds, but like did not necessarily do so.
Okay.
Wasn't for
Yeah,
everyone.
like I said, I had never seen. I really had only seen it in base.
Okay. So this is also on the polls right now, one of the closest to even that we have so far. 57% of people are like yay, 43% are like nay. So I mean, I hate to say it, I just don't have an opinion. Oh, okay, I have one small opinion. I have
Will
one.
says he only ever played one. He's also fathering right now, so
Can't join in. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't like when cards like this get hit because like this is sort of an anime deck support thing. Like if I don't know how many like Akiza, Black Rose fans and stuff there are in chat, but I always hate seeing like a good. I hate seeing like a cool like anime card have to like die in the cross for like some
yeah, for sure.
random like meta deck. So.
That's how I would have felt if they ever got rid of Dragoons. Like, I hate that card.
Yeah, because the thing is, Dragoons is like one of those cards. Like it was designed to be like this cool ultimate like anime epic fusion monster, but then Vert, like, yeah, Vert came along. So, all right, well, looks like Red Rose Dragon is ending this one at 54%. So
maybe it'll come down and I could finally build my Dark Magician deck that I've been wanting to build for a long time now.
all right, so that's Red Rose. What's the next card? Yada Garasu! Here we go. Alright, here's where things get fun, because this has been a lot of the talk around this list, is this card and like Change of Heart. So, press 1 if you're excited about this whole Yada thing, and you're excited to talk about it, vote about it, all that stuff. I'm very interested in this card and like what it means and what it will do. So
remember, Yada Garasu is a fiend, not a wing beast.
that's one interesting thing many people forget.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a couple of quick things. This is, if I'm correct, the first monster to be banned in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it is now coming off the ban list like approximately like 18, 19 years later. So that's just, it's kind of a historical event like in Yu-Gi-Oh's history.
Listen, hate to interrupt you, but
No, you're good.
it's off the list. In years, it ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, it's not.
That's fine. Like it's cool. Like it's cool to have somebody might try it, and if somebody figures something out with it that breaks it, that'd be great. But I don't think it's gonna do anything. It's kind of just like, oh, it's been there for 18 years. Why
Yeah,
not
Bijou
unban it?
Tamer said 2004. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so for those of you guys who like kind of need a little bit of backstory on this card and like why it's sort of what the deal is with it, why it was banned. As you can see, when it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, they skip their next draw phase. So the popular combo with this is like using Sangan and Chaos Emperor Dragon. You nuke the field in everyone's hands and stuff. Sangan searches Yata Garasu, you summon it, you attack your opponent. They skip their draw phase, they'll never get a new card. It bounces back, you normal summon it again, and you repeat until they're dead. That's like the popular version of it. Now, technically speaking, this card can actually be strong even outside of the entire field being nuked, because if you just summon this on your opponent when like they're kind of losing in field control or card advantage, then you can also lock them that way. But in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, so many things are different now, and I just don't see this card in any way. Oh, a donation. Wanted to gift a membership, couldn't find it on mobile, so here you go. Yeah, membership gifting is on desktop for some reason, don't ask me why. Thank you for the great content. Shout out to our favorite narrator handling the last dab in the hot sauce challenge with Terrell. And that's you, Chris.
Hey, thank you for the donation, man. Shouts out to you, Sauce Balls.
Yeah, so I think in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! This card just doesn't hold up at all. Like, you have to normal summon this. So, in what scenarios are you going to be like normal summoning Yata Garasu over Alistair, over like Alibur, over just all these other cards?
All these other cards you could
and
just search.
Also, I don't know that this is even. Can you search Yata Garasu like in an easy, practical way? I don't really know. It can't be special summoned, so there's no. So it's a lot harder to like cheese this sort of thing out.
Listen, if somebody figures out the Yata lock in 2022, I want to see it.
Yeah, and you know what's sad? Like I know someone will. Like Shino Birds can get access to this card pretty easily, I suspect. So they might be able to do something with it. But like, let's face it, in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, it's far more worth your time to like summon a monster that's like going to advance your board state and like
just play Yu-Gi-Oh.
You know.
Like
yeah, so everyone's talking about Flaunderies. Remember guys, this card is a fiend, not a winged beast. A little fun fact that some people will overlook. Do you remember when we did that video, Chris, where we asked people questions at locals?
Yeah.
This question was actually on that video. Like I asked people like, what type is Yata Garasu? And people were like, oh, it's winged beast.
Oh, sure. They're like, yeah, it's a winged beast.
People were like, nah, this thing's a fiend.
Nah, it's a fiend, my boy.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know that.
Hey, the likes on my screen say 318. That's funny.
Someone says Mystic Mind can run Yata Garasu. Interesting. I guess it can, huh? Like maybe you could like run it in a mind deck and like troll. I don't. Maybe that works.
This whole trade not in here.
Let's see. So Yata Garasu, according to chat. Remember, guys, you can vote. You guys get to decide. So far, it's looking like it's at 84% in chat. So kind of neat. 84% to 16%.
Yo, you know, I think what is it? Kushibi says I want a new spirit deck in 2022. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been some time. I mean, Shino Birds is the most recent thing, and so. Oh, and one last thing about Yata too is like people are gonna effect trailer the hell out of this thing.
Boy, for real, I'm not letting that.
So
no.
Yeah, like they'll imperm, they'll do whatever. Like, there's no way that this is.
It's not resolved.
Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I mean, I would like to be proven wrong. I'll put if someone can do this and like get this card banned again, that'd be funny. But
somebody said Gate Guardian support. Yeah, that'd be great too. Like.
Okay, so it looks like chat is settling at 82% on Yata Garasu. Cool.
I see people saying Burning Abyss. I'm not playing Yata in Burning Abyss.
Alright, the next card is a fun one that I think a lot of people have opinions on. It's Crystron Halki Fibrax, limited to 1. So, here he is. Let's make a new poll for him, because, as sure this will be fun. Press 1 if you're excited about talking about this bad boy. Alright, so Chris on Hawkins Firebracks is limited to 1. Chris, your initial thoughts.
People usually only play 1. Every once in a while, you'll see somebody playing more than 1, but people usually only play 1.
I'm curious what the idea of putting it to 1 was. Like, is there something that they're, like, specifically afraid of that uses 2 Hulks? Because, I mean, like, it's got a hard once per turn. So...
I don't know.
I'm very surprised. Yeah, it makes me kind of wonder what that might...
Maybe it's a value hit, but they just reprinted it, so, like...
Yeah, they did just reprint it, so, I mean, it's not like they're going to ban the thing. I think that if they want to get rid of a card like this, then I guess banning it would be better.
But that's why I said what I said earlier, bro. Like, I think the time is coming. We just gotta wait for it a little longer.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it lasted this long.
So here's an opinion that I hear a lot of people say about Hulk. I'm not gonna like take a side on it per se, but this is an opinion I hear. People they saw a clickbait YouTube video and they annihilated it.
Somebody says Pendulum plays too. And some decks play too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. So
like
the thing with Hulk,
it's not necessarily often that I see it, but yeah, I have seen people play multiples before.
Okay, Turtlebot says double Hulk allows for 1 Hulk to make Dagda, and the second to summon TG Wonder Magician.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like a hard once per turn, so does it... Is that like... I don't understand. I'm probably missing something.
I mean, no. I think. Well, see what he's. Let's see. Go back up because I think what he's trying to say is they use 1 to link it away.
Oh.
And then they'll summon the other one. You know,
oh, okay.
Like, Wonder Magician.
Oh, so you summon the magician on the opponent's turn. Well, yeah, but I mean, like. Okay,
yeah,
I think I get what they're saying.
It has multiple effects.
Yeah,
and you can use each one of them once per turn.
Okay, well,
like I said, it's like I said, I've seen it done before. It's just like not often. Most of the time, I see it. People only play 1, which is why I don't think it's going to be that crazy that they hit it. But
yeah, remember, guys, if you guys think that it should have been banned, then you should vote nay for the limited thing, because that means that they didn't do the right call with this. So it's like yay if you agree with what Konami did here, and nay if you disagree with what Konami did here. Okay, so here's my little opinion on how that I was talking about earlier. Is like this card, the reason why I'd kind of be hesitant to want it banned is it does help a lot of like really low tier random rogue decks. Like, do you remember that comment earlier where somebody was like, this card's like certain cards are fine when like the rogue decks use them, but
yeah,
it's when these top tier decks use them that like it's a problem. Because I'm sure there's like some just off the wall tier 4 thing that can like do something really neat and fun with Hulk that like ups its consistency and kind of helps it out and doesn't feel broken. But then like then you see like a based deck using Hulk and they're like, you know, scythe locking you or something, and then it suddenly feels like significantly worse. You know what I mean? Heyo! So, okay. Victor has actually gifted 10 channel memberships. Shout outs to him. That is awesome. We're about to hear some Yu-Gi-Oh! Music a lot because we have 10 new channel members. So, let's see. Billy Spencer, Demonic Angel, David Collins, Cal, Tyler Baker, Andre Smith, Noah Odom, Carson Hua, Outsider Avram, and Thulium. Wow, sick.
Hey, shouts out to Victor for that. Y'all, everybody, say thank you, Victor, in the chat.
Yes, thank Victor for that. He gifted 10 subs, or, well, members, or whatever you want to call them. Also, guys, if you are a channel member, by the way, you can gift memberships to other people. They'll just go to random people in chat. So that's always really fun. Alright, let's see here. So Hulk currently sitting at 61% of people like this hit, 39% of people don't. Chris, if you're voting in chat, are you putting yay or are you putting nay?
For me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, for this one, I put nay. I think it should have been banned. But, I'm also just like, nah, I'm indifferent about this one also. Like, yeah, put it at 1.
Okay.
He banned everything else. Might as well give us something.
Interesting. All right.
3 1K gems in Master Duel for channel. I ain't say that.
Wait, what?
Did you say that? I ain't say that. I got us confused with Shouts out to y'all though.
Notification sound is loud. Yeah, that's true. Now we have so many people like getting memberships. Hold up, let me see about this. I need to actually change the notification volume in this because like we're probably gonna get a bunch of channel members and it's gonna be like a whole thing.
I think we have to go live more.
Let's see.
I'm cool with that. One's in the chat if you want us to go live more, or just Paul. Like I ain't gotta be here, or me. Say it.
I mean, like I've been trying to play Master Duel more, like for you know.
That's lit. You should.
Just so people kind of can like know what's up, all that stuff. All right, so Chris on Hawkins Firebracks right now, 63%. I think that's a good percentage to call it. So Hulk is at 64%. 64% approval rating. And back to 63%. All right, poll ends here. 63% for Hulk. What's the next limited card? Performapal Monkey Board. All right, so this is one that, man, this card's been banned for a long time.
Monkey Board did his bid. He served his time.
He really
did. Now he's out. He's free. He learned how to cook. He learned how to cook burrito with noodles while he was in jail. Yeah, he's out. He's out doing his monkey board thing. So
this is another like one of these pendulum is slowly coming back type of things. But does it actually mean that pendulums are coming back?
I think so. Because have you read that new card?
The new Link monster?
Yeah.
That one looks good, yeah.
Pretty good for pendulum. And yeah. I think them just bringing this back to 1 is a test. See if it can go anything more than that. But we're gonna see. I like this one. Just gonna be honest with you. I like this one.
Okay. So my opinions on Monkey Board, I think it probably could have afforded to come back like a year or two ago, really, maybe even longer. It's, don't get me wrong, I know like the whole idea of like 1 card scales were like problematic when pendulums were first rising to prominence and all, but as for right now, I think this is fine. I mean, like, pendulums struggle so much under this new master rule stuff where they can't, use the zones and all that until they... So,
shouts out to Triff, fan best deck.
Yeah, shout out to Triff. I know he's probably, like, making a mess right now. God.
Maybe.
He, like, won a regional or an invitational or something with pendulums, like, went undefeated. This was just, like, a week or two ago, so... Yeah. I'm sure this will make it all better. This also could have been... You know what I bet this was about, too? There are new Performapal cards in that new set. Yep. So I
like what Lone Star just said. Most pendulum cards are fine as long as Electromite is still banned. I 100% agree with that.
That's true. Which is also sad though, because Electromite, like, pendulums struggle so hard sometimes without it that it feels like it's a shame that it has to stay banned. But also, like, the moment Electromite is around, you quickly realize that, it probably can't stay around. So, what's chat's? Okay, so people are like 77% yay on this one. I'm cool with that. That's fun. I don't have much opinion. I don't play pendulum decks myself, so I just think this is good because I like seeing people be able to get the cards that they like back off the ban list. So, like, that's a success in my book, right?
And like I like seeing stuff that's been banned for a long time come back because I want to see what people do with it.
Yeah, like, will there be something new today versus when it was
Yeah.
You know, when it was like in its heyday. All right, so
like especially if something new comes and they make something new with it, and it's not like just overly broken, but like it's really good. Like I'm always down for that.
So monkey boards got a 78%. Then next is shooting riser dragon. This is probably going to be a quick one because like I don't know if anyone has like much to say on this. What is this card?
Oh look, I'm a show this on my boy because I like Aokiji. He's tight, but
oh, I want Masterpiece back.
No, no, my boy, no.
Okay,
Aokiji's one of my favorite One Piece characters, by the way, one of them. But no, Masterpiece, no, cannot come back.
Okay, so shooting riser dragon is limited to 1. I'm actually literally going to be reading this card for the first time today. Let me make the poll and ask what people think about this. It takes 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. What level is this thing? 7. If it's synchro summoned, you can send 1 monster from your deck to the grave whose level is lower than this card. But if you do, you can't activate the effects of monsters with a sent monster's name. Once per chain, your opponent's main phase, you can synchro summon using this card. Okay, so who in chat can explain to me what this is about? I guess someone says it's a foolish burial for Jet Synchron, basically. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I guess like so you summon this, you send Jet Synchron, and then like
Ray Gun, you crazy.
Things happen. Wait, what? What did they say?
That's Nutbuster Dragon.
Let's see. But if you send Jet Synchron with this, can't you not use Jet Synchron's effect that turn? I don't... Am I missing something?
Somebody played this against me the other day, Saturday. Can't remember what I think it was in. Can't remember what match it was in. I won. I didn't care. But I can't remember what they were trying to do with it.
Interesting. Okay, so
I'm gonna be 100% transparent when about this. Those Dragon Synchro Tuner cards, I hate all of them.
Yeah, so this is actually the first time the chat's like not on board with this hit.
Listen, they have a lot of text on them.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, and most of them usually summon something else. So yeah, I'm indifferent. Yeah, put it at 1. I guess it possibly could have stayed at 3. I haven't seen too many people playing it at my locals, but that's
okay. So apparently you can do some stuff with like Fairy Tale Snow. Like you can send it.
That card broken. That's one of my favorite cards.
You can send Snow. Apparently you can send Snow, and then like on your opponent's turn, you bring it back, and you can sync, and like that could be maybe problematic.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, Snow is fine at 1, by the way.
All right, time for the star of the show here, guys.
Yeah.
This is the one that everybody really, really, really wants to talk about. All right, drop your ones in chat. Drop your emotes if you're a channel member. Whatever it is for change of fucking heart. This card has been unbanned. And I know that people have opinions on this.
Listen, first and foremost, Change Your Heart is one of the best looking Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever made.
Beautiful.
Like
beautiful.
Like I don't have a full copy right now. When it got unbanned, I went and found all my common copies. I found like 4 of them, which is cool. I'll play those, but I need a secret rare copy of this card. And yeah, I'm probably gonna play. I guess I could play it in Striker. I thought about that too earlier today. So
yeah, this thing looks iconic. I totally agree. Shout out to Zedekai for the $2 donation, by the way.
This is one of my favorite looking cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, bro, and I need a full copy because yeah, I love this card, and I'm gonna play it. Might not be playing it for long, but you never know. You never know.
This card has such a like a legacy to it.
But Yugi played it.
I mean, like Yugi. Well, actually, no. This was Bakura's favorite card. Do you remember that episode?
Yeah.
Because Yugi uses brain control, but
That's
Bakura
right.
uses change of
That's
heart.
right. I'm tripping. 'Cause, yeah, you brain control. Yeah, I remember that.
So there's so much to say about
It's
this.
been so long since I watched Yu-Gi-Oh, bro.
I will say this: as awesome as it is to see this card back, my maybe lukewarm take is I don't necessarily know that it will be anywhere near as like strong or overwhelming as it was in its heyday. I mean, I know that could be
Hold up.
said for like
Hey,
many things.
pause. I just remember. Yeah, I can hear Bakura saying "change your heart" in my head now. Yes, it was Bakura.
So okay, yeah. He uses it in that one duel against Yugi, like randomly in Duelist Kingdom when the characters become their favorite monsters or something. But okay, yeah. So this card is taking control of a monster is obviously very strong. You could say this is like a better version of mind control. I think in today's Yu-Gi-Oh, this card will still be good, but I'm not so sure if it will be like. So there's a card in Yu-Gi-Oh right now that exists that is actually like arguably better than this card.
I think Shoelace Bandit just said it. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, Triple Tactics Talent. So we're gonna here, let me pull it up. Triple Tactics Talent. Because I do think that these two cards are. Alright, let me see if I can like get them both like on the screen. And like, yeah, okay. So this is like the worst way to compare things, but like hopefully it works. Damn it, I can't. I suck at this. Alright, you guys can see the cards. There they are. So, we're gonna compare these two cards because there's actually something to be said about them. Change of Heart targets. Triple Tactics Talent does not target. That alone is kind of a big deal because as we know, Yu-Gi-Oh's got a fair number of cards like boss monsters and things that cannot be targeted. So some of them you won't even be able to use Change of Heart on. The biggest being Dragoon, and thankfully that's not going to really probably be part of the game too much anymore thanks to the Vert ban, but like we all know that like there's plenty of bosses that can't be targeted, so that's something. Also though, Change of Heart is not very useful if you're going first, and we all know Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about going first, right? Like, for combo decks, that is. If you're playing a combo deck, and you open with Change of Heart, it's just not very useful. But if you're playing a combo deck and you open with Triple Tactics Talent, it can be very useful. Because when you're going second, it can work as a Change of Heart, but if you're going first, then it can be like, you know, a way to take a card out of your opponent's hand, or it can be the Pot of Greed effect. So overall, I just say Triple Tactics Talent is way more versatile, and that's kind of worth. I think that kind of edges out Change of Heart in many settings. However, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to play Change of Heart. It can still be one more negation. You can still run both of these cards in your deck if you want to. And if you're playing a going second deck, I see almost no reason not to kind of be running both. So. Alright, that's my spiel on Change of Heart. Sorry, I went on for a while. Chris, you? Did he? I don't know. Chris might have left. I blabbered too long.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah.
I muted my mic. I had to do something real quick. But, I mean, that card targets. Yeah, I love the card, everything. It targets. Triple Tactics Talent does what it does, plus more. Yes, Triple Tactics Talent is reactionary. I guess that's the word I want to use.
Yeah, that's true. Change of Heart is kind of proactive.
But in the same, like, you know, with Triple Tactics Talent giving you knowledge of your opponent's hand, allow you to draw 2 cards or take control of a monster.
That versatility.
Very versatile. Very versatile. Very versatile. Now, I will give Change of Heart this. Going second with Change of Heart. Yeah, it's a proactive card. I'm playing it to, you know, bait out a problem card. And then you can also just like play Change of Heart. You bait out a negate or something. Activate Triple Tactics talent.
True. Yeah, running both is by all means like.
So we'll see what happens with this card. Like I'm indifferent about it. I'm glad it's back. I'm also glad Verte is banned, so people can't just take my monster and make a Verte.
Oh God, yes. God, that'd be a nightmare. You know what's interesting? I think that between this and Yada and the next card that we're going to talk about, it's how influential these cards end up being kind of remains to be seen, right? But all three of them, this, Yada, Time Seal. But I think that this ban list, or if nothing else, is kind of like it's a very historical ban list. Like the very first ever banned monster is back. One of the biggest banned power spells is back. Like it just feels so like 20 years later or so, like we're kind of coming back full circle and like these cards are just finally coming off. I mean, does it like mean anything? Maybe these cards don't do anything, but the fact that they're finally coming off, I think just, I don't know, something about that feels very special. Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, I agree. Bro, like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I follow a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh pages on Twitter. I don't know. Bro, I saw Change of Heart trending.
Yeah, it was trending on Twitter.
Like,
it was trending with like a blurb. It was like, the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game gets a new ban list, and iconic card Change of Heart is unbanned. And I'm just like, oh God, like, is this like actually like a real thing?
I mean, and maybe it only popped up for Yu-Gi-Oh players. I don't know how I got that, but it popped up and I saw it. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, but yeah, it's Change of Heart, bro. It's a cool card.
So we're ending the poll at 86%. So people,
we're gonna see what it does, and it might not do anything.
I see 85%.
Or it could just be a really good sacky card.
Maybe it can, like, I mean, there was always that Snatch Steal thing, or not, Snatch Steal or whatever, when it got unbanned and then like immediately got rebanned.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Time Seal. This is one that's finally unbanned. This is a more, like, mellow one, because I really don't think that, like, it's a yay for me in that, like, I don't think this is really needed to be banned. Of all the cards that are on the ban list, I actually think that this is one of the least impactful, like, cards. Right?
I don't care about this one.
Yeah, I just don't feel like I don't really have an opinion on this other than that it probably shouldn't have been banned. So, for those who don't know, this skips the draw phase of your opponent's next turn. That could sound crazy in a vacuum, and I see how, like, back in the day, that was quite strong. But, setting this card means that your opponent's still going to draw, like, on their next turn. Then you're going to use it and they're going to skip their next. Like, there's just not much reason to play this. It's hard to make much of an argument for it. I could see... Alright, actually, you know what, Chris? I did just think of a scenario where this could, like, possibly be annoying. Maybe, like, a Mystic Mind deck. Maybe, like, a... if you think of, like, decks like Guru Control or Altergeists, or, like, something, maybe they could tech this and, like, just... It's, like, a little more annoying.
That's crazy.
I mean...
Somebody's gonna play it. Like,
yeah, it's interesting. I think this would do more if it was like at 3 or 2. Like maybe it would actually be worth, like, you could play 2 or 3 copies. I think at 1, there's just no real reason to.
I mean, it's a trap. Like, it's a trap.
Maybe someone will find a way to loop it.
It's slow. Like it's a spell card. It'd be busted. But
do you think there's like a way to loop this?
I don't know.
Like, maybe
I'm not innovative like that. Somebody will figure it out if it is.
Chat, does anybody like know anything about this card?
Look. Nick Ortiz just said it. If you survive to the next draw phase.
That's true. Because like this is like a kind of a waste of a card. Like it's not going to advance
Yeah.
your game state. It's not really doing a combo for you. It's not searching. It can't protect you. It's just it's very you can't even trap trick it because it's only at 1. So
Right.
too little, too late.
Skip my draw phase. Don't mean I can't search.
Yeah, and everything in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just like search. You only need to see like 1 Alibur, 1 Alistair, 1 Overraptor, 1 for a while Prank Kid. You know,
Like, look, Luco Brave just said you can't trap trick it at 1. Like,
yeah. This one's. So I mean, it gets a yay from me, like in terms of like I'm glad it's back because this really didn't need to be banned.
I'm
But
indifferent.
I'm indifferent as to like its actual impact on anything. So, poll's gonna end with Time Seal at a 71% approval. So.
Yeah.
That's all of our limited cards. Overall thoughts on the limited cards are that they're cool. They're certainly like a talking piece.
Yeah.
Let's move on to what's at 2. The semi-limited cards.
It's actually a long list.
Yeah, this one's a bit long. So Dynamite, what is it? Okay. Dynamite Knight, the True Draco Fighter is.
Where's Aokiji? See? They gave y'all something. It's not peace. It ain't peace.
Yeah, let's hope that never happens.
It's Dino. It's Dynamite. Dynamite. That's what it is.
Okay, so yeah, it's Dynamite Knight, the True Draco Fighter. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not really a big fan of True Draco. I know that's probably not like a particularly controversial opinion. Many people aren't. And this is actually coming from somebody who played the deck myself for quite a long time.
He's also a Flunder player, so what does that tell you guys about Paul?
Yeah, I feel like Flunder is like a nerfed True Draco. But, yeah, so I mean, like, I've played the True Draco deck. I know how strong it is. I think it's very unfair. I think it's very broken. I actually played it for that exact reason. I was literally, like, spamming out Masterpiece and Dynamite Knight and all that stuff, because, like, I knew that shit was unfair. It's not okay. I'm glad it got the hits that it did. It's kind of, like... I mean, Diagram's at 1 now, and all that stuff. So, like, maybe this isn't such a big deal. Like, I don't think that this is, like, making True Draco the next best anti-meta deck or anything. But, like, it has me a little apprehensive. That's the best I could probably say about it. Chat?
It is what it is. That's how I feel about this one.
Yeah. Dang, Paul was a bully. Yeah, man, I was. Like, here's something to know about me. It's not really Banlist related.
He is a bully.
I play, like, I'm, like, you know, like they say, like, you inside of you are, like, 2 wolves or whatever, that whole, like, phrase. I'm, like, when it comes to, like, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Casually and for fun, I'm all for it. When I have to play in tournaments, I prefer to play the decks that get me the most mileage with the least effort. And...
I understand.
To that end, that's like why I played True Draco. It's like why I play like currently I like to play like the Go Second decks that just kind of like break boards and like OTK, because I'm not great at playing combo decks. I'm not great at remembering long combo strings and like playing through hand traps, and I'd rather just let my opponent do all that and I'll just like break your board. Now, I don't actually play a lot of trap decks, but I do like to play Go Second decks. Those are usually really fun. So that's just my little Yu-Gi-Oh! Tidbit. And I like them to be unfair. I want my opponent to like not have a good time. If it's a tournament, then you're gonna sit here and you're gonna deal with these 2 invincible masterpiece whatever's like.
I've never seen him play Eldritch.
Yeah, I've actually never played. Yeah, I've never played Eldritch. I've never played like what's the other one people don't like? Like Altergeist, Guru Control. I don't really play those because those are more like trap based. I'm kind of more on the like Go Second, break the board type decks. So,
this is another one I'm indifferent about.
Yeah, not much of an opinion. Chat's like split down the middle on this. Chat's like 50-50. Like,
Yeah, I think a lot of people might just be looking at the fact that it is a true Draco card, and not the fact that it like you know
yeah, I
like
mean,
it might not be that good because like just because of the other hits that the deck is taking, like just might not be enough for the deck to even be a problem. Um, so
yeah, it ends at
that's where I'm at
51%,
with it.
or 50% actually, according to YouTube's results. So, next is Cyber Angel Ben 10. I don't think that this one's gonna have, there's not gonna be like a load to say about it, but I'll just say this on Ben 10. I'm kind of surprised that it came back to 2 so soon. Like, because I mean, Drytron was like good up until the end of like last year, right? Or like this January or so. So it seems a little bit early for like Benton to already be coming back.
I I
Um,
think I think Drytron's a solid deck. Today, it just like whenever the meta like allows it to be a good deck, it's gonna be a really good deck. But
yeah,
when the meta is like perfectly like what I want to say when the meta is perfectly equipped to deal with it, then it's not a good deck. That's just the way I feel about it.
yeah. I mean, I guess with Eva banned, this isn't. Maybe like this feels like a fair power level for like Drytrons to be at, right? Maybe, yeah. Like chat. What do you guys think? Like, press 1 if this Benton hit seems a little fishy. Maybe it's a little too soon. Press 2 if you're like, eh.
Right.
I lean towards eh. I guess like I say it's too soon, not because I hate Drytron or anything like that. I don't really have like any of that. It's just for me, it's more like I'm surprised Konami did it this soon. Like Konami tends to not be this kind with like letting the decks that got hit get their cards back.
Not
So
that fast at least.
yeah, not that soon. So I guess I mean
It's
technically though.
and I don't want to jump ahead any, but like I'm looking at this semi-limited list. That seems to have happened to a few cards.
Yeah. So right now, chat's pretty mixed. 55% say yay. So sure. 56% say yay. All right. Well, in that case, let's move on then. So Benton gets a 55% approval rating. Next card, Fire Formation Tanky. Okay, question, Chris. Was this? I thought this card was at 2. Was this at 3?
No, they put it to 1.
Oh, it went to 1 and now it's at 2.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Okay,
That
so
was one of the I mean that was one of the Tri Brigade hits. Was it last list or was it list before? I can't remember. But,
yeah, okay.
It was one of the Tri Brigade hits, and yeah. I mean, I feel like I honestly don't know why they brought it back to. People were still playing it at 1 just to search out the fractal. Now you're just gonna be able to get to the fractal a little bit more. I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's gonna do too much damage. It's gonna make the deck a little bit more consistent. But
yeah,
other than that, like Tri Brigade is gonna forever be a good deck until they just like completely nerf it. And I don't think they're ever gonna do that. It's gonna try to power creep it.
yeah. I mean, like Tri Brigade's kind of fallen off since those hits. Maybe this puts it a little bit back into the limelight. I don't have a problem with this being at 2, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't tell the difference. Like I didn't even know that it was a 1 before.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, just for anybody who's just joining us in the stream, we are rating or voting on all the cards that moved in the ban list. Chat gets to vote if it's like a yay or a nay and what percentage. Of course, if you like the stream, be sure to drop a like. We still don't even have as many likes on this video as we have concurrent viewers. So if you haven't liked the video, definitely please like the video. It's free, it helps. And if you really like the stream, of course, you can donate with Super Chat. You can become a channel member. You don't have to do these things, but it is greatly appreciated. So, yeah.
And also,
all other great stuff.
You know, I think now there's a Tri Brigade branded deck.
Oh, there is. Oh, I bet there is, because
Yeah,
there's like a
yeah,
monster
for
that's a
sure.
Tri-Brigade monster that like gets branded cards or whatever.
Yeah. And I think one of them did really well at the regional a few weeks ago. It won the regional, and it picked up a little steam. I haven't really heard too much about it since. People just been playing pure branded or other variants of the deck. But yeah, I mean, like, two tankies, why not play it?
I'm seeing people talk about like maybe Zodiac will be a little bit more prominent again.
Oh, bro, if they give me Dryden back, I will be happy. But I do know they can't do that. So yeah.
So if I had to vote on this, it seems like most people in chat are like happy with this hit. We're getting a lot of goods, not too many bads. Hey chat for everybody who's just popping in. I see a few greetings. You know what? Anybody who's lurking in chat and hasn't said anything, please make yourself known. Say hi. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. All right. Yeah. So 76% say good. I'm with that. I think it's like probably fine for this to come back. I just don't have much more opinion on it than that. So.
I see everybody saying Zodiac. Look, I want Dryden back because Dryden is just that good of a card. But yeah, you can play the deck without it. Trust me. I know. I'm just saying that's what I want back.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, $10 super chat from Sauce Boss. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, if you like the stream, you can super chat with the donation sign underneath the chat. Don't have to. It's appreciated. Would you ever consider a no bans tournament episode? All cards are clear to play, or is that negative content? So no bans seems like it's like a fun format, but usually it gets kind of degenerate because usually like it turns into some FTK fest or like Exodia fest. So if we did like a video on it, we would probably have to take steps to still not allow that stuff, and at that point is really like a no bans video. So
yeah.
Okay.
Hell to set up, by the way.
What is the next one? Oh, this is one that I'm kind of interested in talking about, and I do want to know like.
I got an opinion on this one for sure.
Okay, so Pot of Desires is this is back to 2 now, and
we talked about this card when it went to 1, and it's just a win more card, to be honest with you.
I don't know like why they got limited exactly.
At the cost of 10 cards from the top of your deck, you can draw 2. Yeah, it's a pot of greed. Some people don't like when you say that, but it is a pot of greed. I feel like Konami is just righting their wrong when they put this to 1. They, just make it a little bit less consistent, but not unplayable. It's playable at 1, but like, yeah, you just don't see it enough for it to even make a difference.
You know what's kind of interesting about Pot of Desires? A lot of people wouldn't even like run 3. Like I saw a lot of more people seem to run 2.
Right.
So,
right.
It was just weird to me that they put it to 1. I mean, it looks like this is one of those cases where like you said, they're just backtracking, I guess.
Yeah,
like
they're just righting the wrong.
They just realized, okay, like this wasn't it. Back to 2. This is nice for me because as a longtime Gren Maju player, that's a controversial take. I'm happy. I was very upset when this card went to 1, so I'm happy to see it at least go to 2. It's a really useful card for the Gren Maju deck. So, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah. It's cool. Like I'm not mad at this one at all. I guess I feel like it was just Konami righting it wrong. See what the chat has to say.
The votes definitely seem to be in favor of it. 83% say like this is good. Let's see what people are saying. It's fine. I never cared about the card. It screws up your deck. It's all just RNG. Desires.
All the other pot cards at like 3.
Desires limit felt like they were pushing the new pot.
As greed.
Yeah, I mean, so I think maybe they were trying to push people to play Prosperity instead. That could have been,
That card needs a reprint, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's
about time.
It's been out for a long time. It's still like 100 some odd. What, 140, 50? Yeah.
It's high enough for like that.
So, Wishbone says Pot of Desires is broken though. Is it? Like, what about Pot of Desires is broken? Please explain.
Once per turn, banish 10 cards on top of your deck, draw 2.
Yeah, it's got the hard
Now,
ones.
I mean, now
there's a lot of risk in playing this.
Now it doesn't have any restrictions on it. So I mean, you know, you can play other draw cards in the same turn as this card.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can look at it as being broken in that aspect, but even then, I don't think that's that.
Well, but like you can't even. But like, you know, with Extravagance, like you can't even use Extravagance and Desires in the same turn because they like have.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, I don't really see Desires as like a broken card. I think that if anything, it's a risky card. Like a lot of people are saying in chat, like, some people don't like the RNG.
Can't I just said prosperity is broken. You get to dig 6 cards into your deck and get one you feed.
Yeah, like
literally.
I would say overall. Oh, shoutouts to Kuro Ukami for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah,
banish all of your one-ofs and draw another pot. Seems fair. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like the thing with Pot of Desires, and why I'll never say it's like broken is, you gotta have balls to play this card. Like there are some people who avoid this card because there's like a lot of risk to running this. Like for people who don't mind the risk of losing potentially key combo pieces or engine stuff, then it can be like a nice reward for that. But I totally don't blame people who avoid this card because of that risk. Like,
I'll tell you what I said about this card when it got hit. Basically, okay, I played this card in Evil Twins, and I played multiple copies of this card in Evil Twins. So I mean, so essentially, I can set up board, get all my combo pieces out of my deck. They're all engraved now where they need to be, and activate this to get 2 more cards. Maybe a hand trap, maybe a trap if I play those.
Right.
It was really good in that aspect. And if decks could play it that way, yeah,
like
it's really good. But like,
I think it's like
not all decks can play that way. You know,
I'd say it's a mark of being, in my opinion, well designed because there's like a risk. Like I like cards that kind of make you like, they're strong cards, but they definitely have like some choice involved with them.
Right.
Like it's not just a like, okay, you play and you get to draw 2, but it's also like Pot of Desires can be a big difference maker. I've had bricky hands where it's completely unplayable and then Pot gave me the 2 cards I needed, but I've also had hands where like Pot's banished all the combo pieces. For me, I still think Pot's a pretty good card. I don't think it's for every deck. I don't think it's for every player, but the fact that like it gives you that choice, I think is good for the game. So I really don't even know why it's like at 2. I mean, like I think the difference between it being at 2 and at 3 feels negligible to me. So I wouldn't be surprised if this finds its way back to 3 on the next list.
Yeah, I don't think it should be on the list at all, to be honest with you. I thought it was a bad hit when they put it to 1. Putting it to 2 is better than having it at 1. But I don't think it should have been on the list at all. And I wish I would have picked up OT copies of it so I could have 2. But
same.
That's neither here nor there.
I would love to have ulti pots. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. So the poll ends with Pot of Desires at 83% approval rating. Cool. Next card on the list. Okay, this is an oldie but a goodie. Trickstar Light Stage. I
need some of these. So
yeah, we've got a few. I think we actually have some.
I'm coming to raid Team APS's office to find Trickstar.
So Trickstar Light Stage. This feels so like, it feels like this card's been banned for a pretty long time, huh?
Yeah, it feels that way.
It's set 2 now.
We got any Trickstar fans in the chat? Everybody, you're a Trickstar fan, hit 1.
Yeah, press 1 if you're a Trickstar fan. I don't know how many there are. Trickstars were always kind of like a slightly annoying deck to me because I never like having to play under the pressure of burn. But here I am playing like Masquerade, so I guess it's all come full circle.
Right.
I mean, I think that this card got limited mainly because it would search. What one was it? It got the level 5 that could like summon itself and like kind of make free link 2s.
I don't remember.
Someone in chat will know the name.
The yellow one, the red, the pink one, and the blue one.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was
As
another one I think also.
Korribane. Yeah, Korribane. Someone,
Yeah,
yeah.
Corbin.
Yeah, Trickstar Korribane, it could like summon itself or whatever, and it was a whole thing. I I mean like uh shout outs to Dr. Strange who have gifted 5 channel memberships, so we're gonna have a couple new channel members. Sick.
Hey, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, dude, he is. Can I just say he's like the MVP. He's in everyone's streams. It's awesome.
Shouts out to him, bro. Shouts out, like, bro. We really appreciate it. I don't know if people tell you that enough. But we really do appreciate it, and
Also,
I'm sure people who got the gifted subs.
yeah, shout out to everybody who got gifted. We have a bunch of emotes you can use, by the way. Check them out. We gotta add some more after the stream, but
Looks like we got stars.
got a new channel, a new super chat as well. Someone says this is from Kuro Ukami. Just recently moved to Japan and finally got my Ghost Trick Festival secret rare. OCG though. My Ghosts case comes in tomorrow. How often do you stream? Okay, first of all, what is the Ghost Trick Festival secret rare? Is this like some event in the OCG? I don't know what this is.
OCG has so much cool stuff, bro.
Yeah, they get so many cool like events and merch, and I just don't know what any of it is. As for how often we stream, like once a week is slowly, grudgingly becoming the standard. As long as you're sub, you'll know when it happens.
It could probably be more.
Yeah, it could be more.
You gotta wait and see. We're working out. Well, I don't know if Paul might not. He probably don't even know I'm about to say this anyway. But I feel like we're just working on a whole bunch of new stuff with APS, and I feel like you guys are gonna like it. So
yeah. So light stage. I'm glad this is back. I don't have much more to say about it. I never played Trickstars. I don't love or hate them. They were like slightly annoying to play at times.
I love this deck. I'm not gonna lie. I like this deck a lot. I just kind of fell out with playing it after a while, but I would love to pick it back up. You know, play it out, see what I can do with it. I don't know how well it's gonna do in this format, but I do know that reincarnation and Droll is a good combo.
That's true. You know, they never actually hit that combo as much as people hated it.
That combo.
Like people are always like, "Oh my god, this is so broken." Tricks like reincarnation Droll is the worst thing in the world. But you know, like
yeah, exactly. Like it's what it is. I don't know. It's one of those cards that like I guess they're gonna test it out at 2. They can probably go back to 3 later. We never know. That's one thing about these field spells. A lot of times when they get hit,
yeah,
they could tend to be really broken at 3. And
have you noticed that is kind of the case with the field spells? Like, I remember, like, let's see, there's like Union Hanger, Magical Meltdown, Dragonic Diagram, and to some extent, like, Trickstar Light Stage. They're these weird cards where, like, there was a period of time where, like, Terraforming was at 3, and these were all just very problematic. But then Terraforming went to 1, and now it feels like field spells aren't too bad, but still you have to be, like, careful of it. It's I don't know.
Bro, a lot of times the field spells tend to be really good. If you look at one like this other ones in the game, like for instance, Prank Kids got hit on this list, but like, bro, the Prank Kids field spell was pretty good.
Yeah, though, yeah, that too.
Like it chain blocked and everything. Like,
shoutouts to Kuro, by the way, new channel member. Okay, so next card's Wall of Revealing Light. There was apparently. This was used in like one of those kind of degenerate like self-destruct button strategies or something. I don't know if you remember anything about this. Like a gimmicky like FTK thing. Yeah, I mean I don't think there's like gonna be a lot to say about this one because like this doesn't show up in the meta at all. Like I don't know if anybody's like playing. I mean, do people use this?
It's time to do.
$5 super chat from Kane. I pulled a DPE, then 3 days later, boom, Banlist. Hey, you can still use DPE. Like you can use Fusion Destiny. It's like reliable-ish. So
it's off subject, but I feel like that card could have went to 3.
What, Fusion Destiny?
Yep.
I don't disagree. I mean, well, I think that they probably were right to keep it at 2 for now to see if, like, the vert hit plus it being at 2 does enough to curb DPE's presence. And if they feel like it completely falls off, then they'll probably put Fusion Destiny to 2. Chat,
Yeah,
what do you guys think?
That was one of my early predictions for the ban list too, that they would hit Verte, but we would get like 3 Fusion Destiny.
Yeah, I mean,
That's just wishful thinking.
I don't like DPE much myself. Like, it's
I like it a lot more than Dragoons, but
true.
I mean, they both have their pluses and their drawbacks.
I think DPE caught on more because Fusion Destiny is a more playable card than Red Eyes Fusion. So
yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
it also pops Scythe. So.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
With Vert gone though, then at least like that combo's not guaranteed anymore. So that's kind of an indirect hit to Scythe.
Yeah, like not having to worry about Verte, Anaconda, DPE, set Scythe somehow.
Somebody said DPE should get an errata to not be able to target itself. Bro, DPE doesn't even target at all. Isn't it so fun?
Destroys 2 cards in the field.
All right, so yeah, Wall of Revealing Light. People seem to think this is fine. I don't think anybody plays this card. I've literally like never encountered I've never encountered one of these in real life. I don't think ever before in my life. So
no, this Master Duel Wishbone, this ban list will not apply to Master Duel. Master Duel has its own.
Yeah, this is a TCG only ban list. Who knows what Master Duel will get? It's got its own set of problem cards.
Also, reminder to anybody who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! At a locals, this ban list went into effect today.
Yeah, true. So change your decks.
Yeah.
All right, so we're finally down to the unlimited cards. These should all go relatively quickly because many of them are kind of more like about time picks. So,
oh, somebody just said Dinomorphia.
wait, what can they do? What's their new thing? Do they have something new?
If I'm not mistaken, they work with when you have life point discrepancies, right?
Oh, so were they using Wall of Revealing Light?
No, they weren't, but I mean they can.
Oh, okay. Huh.
I guess I don't know. I haven't read them. I've only played them just like once. I used to read them, see what they do.
Okay, so Night Assailant's our first one. It's unlimited. I will go right off the bat and say that this is a long time coming. It should have really happened. This card is irrelevant. I mean, right? Like, like 2 of them can loop.
I agree.
So this is like one of those one of Yu-Gi-Oh's old, really dated little loop cards that just doesn't cut it anymore. You know, sorry.
It's a flip monster.
Yeah, like you're not gonna be running this. You're not gonna be having this in your hand. Like there's just so many other cards that are so high value. Yeah. So it sounds like
did they errata this card?
No, they never errated it.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought somebody said they errated it. I was like, what?
Or maybe it got an errata and then it can't target itself.
Okay.
I think,
Yeah,
but like
target 1 flip monster in your graveyard, except this card.
But the thing is, like, I think she can still target another copy. Like, you have to have 2 Night Assailants to loop them.
Yeah.
So, or something like that. I don't know.
It just goes to hand. So it's like,
yeah, this doesn't mean anything anymore. Not today. It used to be like an infinite kind of discard fodder, but whatever. So. People are saying like 92% approval. I agree with that. It's great that Konami is cleaning up the ban list. Like a lot of these cards that just kind of need to be off are finding their way off. So, all right, next card's Trish.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Paul.
Do you care about this card?
I don't care. But
like,
I feel like something like this should potentially stay at 1 though, and I'm just, bruh. I don't care. Put like, okay, okay. Disclaimer: I don't care if this card is at 3. Like, that's fine. But it can stay at 1, bro. Like, what's the point? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Worry about somebody making a second one. Like,
I know what you mean. It's one of these cards like where I don't know if you remember. Like, there's like a regional.
Hey, shouts out to people. Shouts out to the people who are gonna make multiples. Like, do that shit and.
Yeah, there was a
a
regional
defeat them.
where Calvin like went to this one regional and got like Trish looped by some random 6 samurai deck a couple times. Like, it's one of those cards, right?
Yeah. Like that's what I mean. Like,
it's not like the top decks don't really play this, but like there's gonna be some tier 4 thing that can loop these things, and like it's annoying, but like
the desynchro.
I'm kind of with Doctor Strange. Unban the old cards, let people break them. If they can't, leave them alone. Dude, right. I'm with that. Like, I'm actually a big proponent of, like, let stuff rock. Like, let's just see what happens. Like,
right.
Trish is at 3. It's probably fine. If it isn't fine, you can ban it again or whatever. But, like, I don't know that... I don't know that I care very much about this. So,
but I don't know. I feel like cards like this at 3 bring out like the toxicity in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, they can. I mean, because like the thing is, unfortunately, and this is like kind of an abstract statement, but not really. There are certain cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, and they're always the older cards, like Trish and stuff, where unfortunately, the only role that Trish can play in modern Yu-Gi-Oh is like it has to be broken, like literally like cracked, like someone has to loop it, because as a standalone card it just isn't really up to snuff. And this happens with so many of these old cards where like they're just not really good enough to be used in an honest way. So the most you can get out of these cards is to like it has to be like a loop, something very unfair. And unfortunately, yeah, like Trish kind of falls in that camp where it's like it's either this thing's going to go to 3 and make absolutely 0 difference, or this thing's going to go to 3 and get looped and get banned. And like there's no in between.
But see, the thing is, like, even if it does get like looped, I honestly don't think, like, unless it just becomes like, oh, the best deck in the meta, it's not even gonna matter, to be honest with you. But like I said, I still feel like cards like this just like deserve to be left at 1.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it either way. Like, that's fine, bro. If you find a way to loop this, do it. And
Doctor Strange is a good point too. That he says like there will always be sacky toxic combos as long as they are far more sacky than they are toxic. It won't make much difference. Yeah, I get what you mean, because like as long as this type of stuff is like RNG table 500 inconsistent, like one hand trap breaks it, then who cares? Like, you know, if you are getting like looped by this 6 samurai deck, they're also probably at table 500, and also like one effect failure on that link monster stops everything. Like it's that dynamic where it's crazy, but I mean it isn't winning tournaments. So
yeah, like I said, I'm not mad at this, but I feel like it could just left it where it was. It would have been perfectly fine. But yeah. I'm not mad at this at all. Like, if you want to play 3 of it, play 3 of it. That's your thing, and have fun doing it. I want you to destroy somebody with 3 of them. That'll be great.
Salamangreat Mirage Stalio. Okay, so
guess it wasn't doing enough at 1, so they put it to 3.
Wait, did this card go from like 1 straight to 3?
Yeah, it was limited.
Oh.
It went from banned to limited to 3.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I forgot this card existed for a bit.
Salamangreat.
I mean, I think like if you're a Salamangreat player,
man, shouts out to you. You might love this. I mean, I'm indifferent.
Yeah, Salamangreat, it's kind of past its prime. I don't even know that like people would be running 3 of this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if people like only run 2. Just because, like, I mean, there's like other good cards that you want to fit into your extra deck and stuff. So I don't even know that like anyone's like really good on them. Like, I'm happy for the Salamangreat players. Have your fun, do something.
I Y'all doing too much talking about free gazelle. Like, bro, listen, listen, that's a lot.
What Gazelle's at what, 1 right now?
Yes, I believe.
All right, here's my hot take, no pun intended. It could come to 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Chat, press 1. Could Gazelle come to 2? Press 1 if you agree. Press 2 if you're like, nah. Chris is like, nah. I mean, I don't know. I don't play this deck. I don't care enough about it.
I mean, bro. Well, we'll get to it later, but I mean, circle.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's
3
true.
circles.
Has circle always been at 3, or was that last list? Like, when did?
No, circle was it was at 2 last list.
Okay, interesting.
We're gonna get to it. It's
all
a
right.
little
So
down.
Mirage Dalio gets 85%. So people seem to like it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this one either.
All right, next cards.
Salamangreat players deserve good cards. I mean,
we're gonna go ahead and actually
we're
gonna skip the next one and do Salamangreat Circle now, just to get it out of the way.
Already brought it up.
Yeah, we already brought it up. So Salamangreat Circle, this card is now at 3.
Be quick play.
Yeah, this is nice for them, right? Like, it's cool.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is a good card for them to have at 3. I mean, it was good at 2, but I feel like at 3, just more consistency.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna run 3. It's consistent. It's
sure.
Nice. I don't really. I mean,
for sure.
I think that Salamangreat really is past its prime, and I don't think that these hits will, like, in any way make it, like, you know, a meta threat. It's maybe goes from being, like, I don't know, tier 3 to tier 2 or something.
Yeah.
Take that for what you will. I played Salamangreats for a brief while myself, and I liked it all right. I mean, it's fun. It's a very nice, sort of accessible, beginner-friendly deck.
Last time I played, it was at full power.
So
that's how long it's been since I played Salamangreat. But I know a lot of people that play it, and they're enjoying this.
yeah, it's something to be happy about. Like, if you're like a Salamangreat player.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Herb the janitor just said it. Then Heat Soul. We just got Heat Soul not long ago.
Oh yeah, we did. That's the it can, like, field nuke or something. All right, next cards. A Hero Lives.
We'll try it out and we'll see.
All right, a Hero Lives. I spelled that wrong in Google. Okay, Hero Lives. This is kind of a big deal. I know, like, hero players are always salivating.
It's been a long time coming.
We're always salivating over any help that heroes get in a ban list. So
it was that 2.
press 1 if you like heroes. Can't wait to see all the ones in the chat. Everybody loves this godforsaken deck.
Time for me to put 100 ones in the chat.
So Hero Lives. All right, I'm gonna try to be, like, kind of objective about this. Despite the fact that I don't really like the hero deck all that much myself, I'm always happy to see.
Listen, nothing good ever comes from seeing your opponent pay half their life points.
That's true. I mean, it's just a consistency thing for them. I will say this: I don't even know if the heroes need this. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure that people will run 3, like, in some builds, I guess. But
the ones that do run it, they don't run 3.
But I don't actually know if you're even, like, chat. Like, for those of you, like, who seriously do, like, play the competitive versions of the hero deck, are you running 3 of this card? Like, why or why not? Because I don't even, like, I think 2 is probably okay. Like, heroes have so much consistency anyway. They've got, like, E-Call, they've got Rhoda. Like, I mean, I guess this is fine. Like, if this gets Ash, that obviously sucks. Half your life points. But I don't know if the hero deck has the space. Let's see. Someone says, what are people saying? They're going to run 3 because you can use more than 1 per turn. Yeah, I guess, but you have to have no monsters to use this. So, I mean, are you going to get to use it, like, multiple times in a turn? I mean, I guess if it gets ashed, you can activate another So now you're at 2,000 life points, but yeah. Chris, any other? I mean, what? Any other like profound?
I got to say about this card, like, man. I remember there were times where this card like really was like degenerate, but like,
yeah, I remember when this like people.
I don't know now. Like with this, I'm more of a like, just show me something type.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like some of these cards, it's like maybe someone will like make this feel broken, but I don't. This doesn't really like raise the ceiling of heroes at all because it's not an e-telly. It's just a start. It's not like an extender. So, 81% of people say this is a good change. I'm inclined to agree. I'm not gonna. You guys know me. If people are getting cards back that they like, then good for them. All right.
Sure, that's how I feel.
Final card, Scapegoat. Oh, I forgot. That's actually a real word. Scapegoat. This is back at 3. I remember that this card got limited actually because of like Borreload and Borreload Dragon and stuff, because it was like a free 1-card quote unquote Borreload. So
give me my sheep tokens.
This is a classic card. I'm happy to see it at 3. I mean, it's not going to be like seeing play at 3. I'm almost certain of that, but do you know what I want? I want to get some of those like real life sheep token plush things.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, like that's something I really wanted. I don't know. I feel like that'd be. I feel like that'd be fun to have. Does it need to use this in 2022? I mean, like it just feels too slow.
We'll see.
Like
I don't know decks that we'll see though.
Yeah, but the last I remember of this card was Trickstars using it.
Yeah, with
so.
Trickstar.
And it was just for the Borreload or whatever, but yeah, I'm kind of indifferent. I mean, I think like there's better things to be running. I think like the Adventure engine makes a better token than there's so many. Right. It's past its prime. It's been past its prime for years. I mean, this is just like kind of one of those long overdue. Konami is cleaning out the ban list type of cards.
We got a super chat.
Got a super chat. Shannon Relief, $10. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. Rogue Hero, I know that YouTube channel, is at 19.4K subscribers now. I found his channel by looking up interviews that you have done and saw you on his podcast. Thanks for helping me find a cool channel. I love you guys' videos. Well, thank you. By the way, guys, check out Rogue Hero. He is another YouTuber that I'm friends with. Got a great channel, and maybe you guys could help him get to 20K subs. It'd be awesome. We appreciate the super chat. It's really awesome. So that actually is going to basically round this up. Scapegoat ends at an 87% on the approval ratings.
I have a question for the chat.
Do ya?
What cards do you think were just completely missed on this list? Now, don't tell me anything that got hit or they got hit on the list. Tell me what cards you think just like missed the list altogether.
Yeah. That's a great question because we can go over a few of those real quick. If you guys want to, you can chat a little bit about them. I think that there's one in particular that I've heard a lot of.
Harpour, nope. I'm not.
Harpour.
Fight, yep.
Yeah, so.
Ancient Fade Dragon, nope. Level Eater, nope.
Let's see. Artifact Scythe is probably the big. Artifact Scythe's like the big one, right?
Slash Draw, nope. Full Power Dragon Ruler, you heard me? Nope.
Okay, tell me about Artifact Scythe, Chris. What are your thoughts? Should this have gotten banned?
Huh?
Should this card have gotten banned, Artifact Scythe?
Yeah.
I think so too. So I think that they indirectly hit this with the vert hit so that you can't like do the whole DPE combo with it.
Yeah, but then I just play Sanctum.
So, I
Forget
mean,
it.
maybe their argument would be that Sanctum has existed for years and been
You're right. But people were starting to
fine.
see
I
the
don't
light.
know.
People started to see the light at the last format. They're like, oh, I can just search this trap and set it. Not
No,
search it,
it's
but I can just set this trap and
something that's so interesting about
fight you.
Artifact Scythe is that it's another one of these
But,
cards that, like, when it was designed, I don't think it was meant to be as strong as it is. But here we are.
yeah,
You know,
I
this
think
shuts things down.
I think they could have banned it. I think they could have banned Scythe.
I think they should have. If it was up to me, I'd be like, let's ban this thing and get it out of the way for good. It's,
Yep.
I'm not really like a big fan of these like little floodgate, like turn floodgate cards or whatever. Quick effects. They're
Listen, I feel all you guys who are saying Adventure Engine. But I mean, we just got that like a couple months ago.
yeah, it's new, man. Konami's gotta get her coins.
It's too new. Like maybe next ban list we might see some hits on it, but I don't see it. I didn't see it happening this ban list. I'll say that much.
Yeah, Konami, they gotta make their little bag off these.
And it needed it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it didn't need it. It needed a hit, but it's still new. Like, we just got a legal night, and
Yeah.
you know, and for people who want to do something with that, like, I know most players might not use it, but for the most part, it is an adventure card that they need to sell. So
Yeah, next list is probably when they'll get the hit, I imagine.
adventure was a fun concept, but
The concept's fun. It's a shame that like in hitting it, it's going to make the pure version of that deck take such a like
right.
a nerf. But they shouldn't have made stuff like Griffin Rider generic. They should have made it like lock you into adventure token
Well-
monsters. But
Well, I'll say this. That that they're most certainly always gonna have that Omni negate now. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be anybody linking it away or
yeah,
you know.
that's true. I mean, this is a nice hit to the engine in that way. So
Yeah. Because I mean, 'cause if you look at a lot of decks, they were using that adventure package to make Verte and some in DPE. A lot of them were doing that in the song, and I feel like the ones who did it the best were the ones who just used it to have the negate. But for the most part, like it took an indirect hit. It just wasn't the hit that people wanted. Well, people wanted that hit too, but when we're talking about adventure, it's not the hit that people wanted.
yeah, I think it'll just be a next ban list type of thing. Like, they gotta sell more of that Grand Creators and get their money, and then they'll like put something to one, I guess. So
Breadcrumb said Maxi to 3. Nope.
nah, let's not. I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm kind of at this point where with this game where like there's a parallel universe, an alternate dimension where maybe Max sees at 3, and you know what? Maybe it's not even the worst thing in the world. I don't know. I just think that, like, I don't know if I want the extra chaos in this game right now. Like,
But look, man, I just don't feel like that there is a version of Yu-Gi-Oh where Maxi is healthy. I mean, besides the OCG,
okay, here, I'm gonna make a small argument with you.
like we. Let me,
Okay, go ahead.
No, you got it.
Okay, so my
OCG has it.
here's
That's
my
all I wanted to say.
yeah. Well, you're right. What I was gonna say is, I do think Master Duel, Maxi works in Master Duel because Master Duel has a degenerate, chaotic format of like Rongo Miniads and VFDs and all this
Right.
crazy stuff. So I do think that Maxi helps to kind of keep it all in check. That doesn't mean that I think Maxi is a like greatly designed card or anything, but just to play devil's advocate or whatever, it works in the OCG, it works in Master Duel. So, you know. All right, so we got a super chat real quick.
Until you get Splight in a few months and just search it.
Yeah,
They have it over there. Like I said, like, okay. I see a lot of people saying like OCG and all that, bro. The thing y'all gotta realize about the OCG, man, is that we play a totally different game than them, and it's like a lot of people don't understand that. yeah, we have two different lists, but like even then, like you can really see it when Worlds comes around. Like, bro, we play Yu-Gi-Oh totally different than them.
Yeah.
Like just like the way they build decks, like we don't build decks the same. And like what might be healthy for them is not healthy for us.
Yeah, like I mean, I think the fun kind of like adventurous side of me says like any given card would be exciting to have legal, right? Like there's like I want Spellbook of Judgment to be legal because I'm a biased spellbook player. It doesn't mean like it should, but I get why people like the idea of it, like why it's kind of exciting. Everybody talks about like, what if Pot of Greed was legal, but I don't know, I just like people, it's strange to me that people want Max C back, but also there's like a big anti-hand trap kind of sentiment. So like if Max C was around, then you're gonna have to deal with like yet another hand trap, and
Right.
so I'm not really sure. Would that be fun?
That 12 hand traps that the deck runs now goes to 15. Like, just
Yeah, like, would that be fun? Would it, like, I guess it's a balance. Like, yeah, I can curb the power of a combo deck, but like, it also means you'll have to run it. So,
and it's almost and the thing is like, it's almost impossible to like bring it back over here at any capacity. You see what I'm saying? Because like you bring it back at 3 in the TCG, everybody plays 3 of it. Everybody's gonna always have it, and some people might think that's, you know what I'm saying, that's fair. I mean, I guess you can look at it that way in some aspects, but for the most part, I mean, I don't want to have to deal with having to worry about a Max C every turn.
I also don't want a game that turns into like 12 or 15 hand traps or whatever, and then also like one called by 3 nobleman, a crossout designator or whatever. Like, it just this seems stressful to me. Like, all your hand traps, all your counter hand traps, like, ugh.
And then also like you can't bring it back to 1 because then it gets to a point where it's like
that's sacky.
Whoever has it, just they have it, and the other player doesn't. Like, that's bad. And at 2, I mean, I guess at 2, it's kind of the same thing.
Yep.
It's
one of those cards. It's probably just best left alone.
Like I said, but the OCG, I'm gonna say it again. The OCG, they play different than us, man.
They built different.
Like we abuse a lot of stuff over here in the TCG, but if you look, I mean, you look at, bro, the biggest evidence of this I have is look at the way that their decks are built.
Yeah.
They play one-ofs of essential cards that are at 3.
Yeah, it seems like there's...
They build decks like they can pick their first 5 cards. We don't do that over here because we want more consistency. So if the card's at 3 and it's a card that we use in the deck, we usually play 3 of it.
Yeah.
So like it's just like, yeah, they're built different. It's just how it is, all it is to it.
So, all right, chat. Overall, we're gonna rate this ban list. Overall, like, what do we think of just this whole thing? I'm gonna put up a poll. It's gonna have more than 2 options. Let me see how many options I'm allowed to add here. I kind of have 4 options. All right, so overall ban list rating. Our 4 choices are going to be amazing.
Man, Colton said, "Have I been playing wrong?" Yes, you need to play 1 of all your best cards in your deck because you're gonna be able to play. You're gonna be able to pick them at the beginning of the duel every game.
Okay, so the choices are going to be amazing, good,
and outright horrible,
decent, and then bad. All right, is that 4 good options, would you say?
Yeah.
All right. So the poll is up. You guys can vote. We will, kind of congregate and decide our collective opinions on this ban list and what it means. For anybody who's just joining, this entire stream VOD will go up on the second channel, Team APS Plus. We're not like quite done with the stream itself yet, but just for anybody who's like missed all of it and all that. I actually am very curious what people will have to say and how this poll will look. It seems like so far people are saying it's good. Some people are saying it's just decent, but we'll give people time to vote. Chris, what about you? Like, give it a rating out of 10.
7.
7?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a
7 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a it gets a 7 for me. Maybe a 7.5. If that's like an option, because it's a good ban list, I think. Like it it hits a lot of key cards. It hits Vert, it hits Auroradon, you know, like things like that that's nice. I think that it missed a couple of things. Some were obvious. Like, I think it makes sense that Adventure wasn't going to be getting hit this soon and all that. But I still think Scythe would have been probably a nice one to get rid of already. I think that many of the cards that came back off this list, they're just like moving down the list. It really remains to be seen how much any of this affects things, right? Like, will it really matter that like Time Seal is back? Will it even matter that like Monkey Board is back? Like there's like a lot of question marks around that, but I'm always happy to see people get access to cards that are good for their deck. So like Mirage Stalio, you know, Hero Lives, Light Stage.
But in the same, you gotta think about cards who lost stuff for their deck. Like like Prank Kids, for instance. Like, was that a fair hit? I mean, I think it kind of needed to happen, but I feel like there were other ways you probably could have hit that.
What's the meta look like from now on?
Despia, still probably best deck.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people saying that still. I don't know. I feel like all versions of Despia. Sword Soul is going to be a solid contender because it's just a good deck.
What happens to the
I see.
What happens to the pile decks? Is that like dead now?
They change.
They just change. They adapt.
Yeah, I think they adapt. You know.
People are saying that. Yeah. Despia, Sword Soul, Flunder. Yeah, Flunder will always be a good kind of anti-meta pick, I think.
Yeah. But hey, I don't know who's all gonna agree with me, but I feel like Shifter could have got hit.
Dimension Shifter?
Yeah.
I don't know what all is. I mean, I know Flunder abused it pretty hard. Is anything else abusing it?
This Shifter.
Have you noticed that they never hit hand traps outside of Max C? I don't think a hand trap's like ever really gotten hit. Not much.
Somebody said Therion. Yeah, I feel like the Therion decks that are about to pop up might be pretty good too. There's a Therion. I think it's a Therion Punk deck that's supposed to be really good. I can't remember, but I think it might have played. And I might be wrong. I think there might have been a version of that deck that played Auroradon.
Wouldn't surprise me.
We got Splight coming down the road in a few months. Probably before we get another ban list. I don't know if that's I don't know what it's gonna do here, but more than likely it's probably gonna be pretty decent here.
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, so
Striker's still here.
Also,
Striker's still here.
When do you think we get the next one? I mean, according to the website, they just say like next few months or whatever. So maybe like August, maybe September.
I think they might give it to us on Christmas.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Like they had like put Christmas on there. Might have been a typo. Might not.
Let's see. Because what is the first YCS back? September?
Yeah, I think so. There might be one in August, but I think it's September.
I think it's September. Maybe after that one.
All right, so J-Boy the Great donated $5. Thank you. He says, I feel Scythe and Adventure need to be hit, and this would have been a 10 out of 10. I like Plant's ban as a Heroes player. DP is for us, not for all. Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I agree. Like, I think if like Scythe and Adventure were hit, people would probably be hailing this as like the best ban list ever or something. But it's Konami. When are the ban lists ever perfect, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
maybe like many ban lists, um, they just kind of like let it all ride out, and we might be surprised and in a few months Adventure won't even be like in the
Doubt it.
conversation.
I doubt it.
I mean, like,
We also, like, I don't know, since people like bringing up the OCG. Yeah, we got Splight coming. Um, Exorcist is pretty big over there.
yeah, like it might be one of
Um,
these cases where there's these new
that deck's
decks.
coming,
The new decks just kind of
apparently.
like balance the
Uh,
game by forcing the old stuff out, even if it's
yeah.
not like I don't know, like
I don't know, man, but because Adventure as an engine itself, like you've been able to just do all of that without a normal summon, that's gonna change a lot. That's gonna change the path of a lot of decks still. So like even newer stuff coming out might be able to play it. Somebody might make something for that. So we'll see.
yeah. Well, all in all, pretty cool. I think the ban list was all right. People seem to have liked it in general, so it gets a thumbs up from me. Um, this is a really fun stream. I enjoyed just hanging out with you guys, kind of rating ban list stuff, hearing what people had to say about it. I
Astro Commander, me too. That's one of my new favorite decks. I've been playing a build of it, and I've been having a lot of fun with Exorcisters. So um,
yeah, I like their new support. I think it
yeah,
actually makes them a nice little sleeper strat.
yeah, I'm actually working on getting it like max rarity right now, just so I can have it for when the new stuff comes. And yeah, I love that deck a lot. I'm probably gonna pick up Splight when it comes out too, but I'm probably just gonna be playing Exorcisters for the most part.
So, yeah, just as a couple of reminders, guys, be sure you subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I would imagine you are if you're watching this. Drop a like on in the stream and everything like that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We got a new video coming pretty soon. You'll be able to check this VOD out over on the second channel. So, if you miss anything and you want to go back and watch this 2-hour monster, you can. And we also have some new merch. It's up on Teespring. Use the code APS15. You get a discount. Be awesome. I think that's it. Yes? No?
That's it.
That's it. All right. We'll see you guys in the next one. Pass turn.
That's turn.